Hello friends, welcome back to a 40k journey. My name is Nate, and today we are continuing work on our friend's custom Nemesis Dreadknight. We're going back in with Iron Hand Steel and just adding a little bit different colors to the weapons and a few other parts just so that they stand out a little bit more against the lead belcher background. Then we're going over pretty much everything that's not an armor plate with Nuln Oil to give it some more depth. And we're filling the inlays with Retributor Armor. And I know it seems like we're going a little fast in this one, because we are. There's a lot of work that went into this one, but really it's a lot of kind of the same stuff. And using Ulthuan Grey on the tabard here to give it some more depth. And I'm trying a technique of just moving, the brush really rapidly from side to side. I thought it would work with the 3D printed nature of the tabard. Results were mixed. Now we're using Mephiston Red to add in the pilot's heraldic colors. And again, using Ulthuan Grey on the tilting shield here, or heraldic shield. Same thing, I think. Now we are going to be using Abaddon Black for the rest of the heraldry on the tabard. And we'll be doing the same thing on the tilting shield. And I'm using Tamiya masking tape here to make adding the crenellations a little bit easier. Now, this works, but you want to make sure you don't lay on the paint too thick or you'll get lines where the borders of the tape were. Now we're using Zandri Dust. It's a little hard to see, but there is a bit of a scroll on the Terminator armor behind this. We're also using Zandri Dust for the big book, the tome, on the Dreadknight's right shoulder. Now we're using Agrax Earthshade on basically everything we painted gold. This will give it a little bit of depth and fill in the area behind it, and really just makes it look fantastic. Now I'm trying some Berserker Bloodshade, both on the red parts of the tabard and on the left arm weapon, the Gatling Silencer. Again, this will give it a little bit more depth. Now, coming back over the Zandri Dust parts with Morghast Bone, again, just to brighten them up a little bit and add some highlights. You can do this again if you want some more highlights using like Ushabti Bone or Wraith Bone, but generally not really all that necessary. And again, with a Ulthuan Grey, which is a great substitute for white, because how do you highlight white? So now using some Black Legion on the cables here. Black Legion is fantastic for cables and anything that has, lowered parts. So now my trick. I'm using Micron 003 Black and Sepia pens to do the lettering on the tome. So takes some patience, and I'm really just kind of doing a medieval thing of a little box with one big letter in the upper left-hand corner, and then tiny dots for all the words. And I put a little Imperial Eagle up at the top left. And that's all for now. Thank you for joining me for this 40k journey. Please like, subscribe, and support the channel on Patreon.